Number 1. Daphne is not a debutante. In the beginning of the season 1, Daphne is shown getting ready to face the most important day in her life, which was introduction to Her Majesty the Queen, alongside with all the other debutantes for the upcoming social season. It's very evident that all the debutantes wanted to impress the Queen with their best appearance and elegance. So was Daphne, as she is the eldest daughter of the Bridgertons. She considered this as her ultimate purpose of life. If she was to procure a good match, the prospects of younger Bridgerton sisters will be secure. The irony was that she actually managed to impress the Queen with her years of best practice. Queen herself regarded very high of Daphne. Now coming to the book, the Duke and I merely described any interaction between the Queen and the debutantes, and more surprisingly, it is revealed to be Daphne's third season, and she hasn't made any remarkable appearance, rather friend-zoned the eligible bachelors. Despite of that, Daphne already received 4 proposals in the last season, including Nigel Barbrook, but she has decided to turn them down due to being inappropriate age gap, or incompatibility in conviction. Number 2. Lady Whistledown's scandal papers were already gained popularity. Right from the start, Lady Whistledown has been the heart of the story by narrating it to the audience. However, she introduced herself right after Daphne gained the remarkable impression from the Queen, and Eloise Bridgerton is the one to announce into the Bridgerton clan. Of course, Eloise is the one who is intrigued with the writer's style of revealing the scandals by giving the exact names of the people who are involved in each scandal. But Daphne and her mother Violet Bridgerton was only interested in the part where Lady Whistledown named Daphne as the season's diamond. But in the book version of Lady Whistledown, the author started publishing the society papers 3 months before the social season started, and Violet Bridgerton is not quite happy this scandal sheet. Actually, she started to worry about her daughter, as the scandal papers might cause some damage to Daphne's prospects. Number 3. Duke's arrival to London. The Duke of Hastings has been seen riding a horse towards Lady Danbury's premises in the beginning of the series, and Lady Danbury was the only person to meet and greet the Duke before the ball began. So the Duke's first meet-up with Anthony happened while the Duke is talking with Daphne at the Danbury ball, and then only Anthony suggested that they should meet up at the club. However, the book version reveals, while reading the scandal paper of Lady Whistledown, Daphne told her mother that Duke reached London, and her mother's immediate reaction was to stay away from the Duke, as he is famous for being a rake. As well, Anthony met the Duke at the White's Club before the Danbury ball began, and he was nice enough to give the Duke some heads up about the ambitions mamas. Number 4. Colin returns from a tour. We could see Daphne is taking time to get ready to impress the Queen from the beginning of the season, and Colin Bridgerton was going to fetch her, since they are getting late. Which was interrupted by Benedict Bridgerton, but Eloise was relentless at the moment and screams for Daphne to make haste. In that very moment, the script writers were smarter to reveal that Colin is much closer to Daphne than her other brothers. But in the book, Duke and I goes on, Colin is returning from his tour at the same night of the Danbury ball. The 2 elder brothers were hiding from their beloved mother Violet, and Daphne was trying to hide from Lord Barbrook. So all 3 of them meet in a corner accidentally. All 3 were surprised to see Colin's arrival, but Daphne's happiness can be seen right cross. Anthony and Benedict, on the other hand, were complaining about not receiving such a warm welcome from Daphne. Number 5. Simon and Daphne did not bump into each other. Be it in book or the series, the meet and greet of Daphne and Simon courtesy will always goes to the one and only Nigel Barbrook. In the series, Daphne accidentally bumped into Simon on Lady Danbury's ball and asked for his name because she wanted to make a conversation with him in order to get away from Nigel, who is following her right behind. Simon mistook the situation and thought she is one of those desperate debutantes who wanted to impress him. Luckily, Anthony saw Simon across and introduced Daphne as his sister. In the book, Daphne's punch onto the face of Nigel was the first time Simon saw her. It's quite similar to the scene in the series. But it happened in a corridor of Lady Danbury's premises. The major twist in that scene is Simon didn't knew Daphne's name, and Nigel was drunk, and called her Laffy after her first punch. So Simon developed feelings to the extent that he wanted to kiss Daphne. But later he regretted on hearing her name as Daphne Bridgerton.